When it comes to writing for film, the first challenge is probably where are we going to find a story to tell? Well, if you're curious enough, the story ideas are all around you. Hi, welcome. I'm Nani, a film director-screenwriter based in Los Angeles. This channel is dedicated to create a storytelling community to help you get inspired and stay creative. A lot of us want to become a filmmaker is because we have so many emotions wants to express. But do you find sometimes it's really hard to find a good story idea? Even when you finally find one, you might feel it sounds a little bit cliche or someone has already made it to a film. It takes two major steps to create a unique story. First, find the idea or a topic, and the second is to add your voice into the idea. I want to break it down to two videos. In the first video, I will talk about where I usually find my story ideas and how. In the second video, which is coming up next week, I will talk about how to give any story your unique voice. Story ideas are basically everywhere. All you need to do is to train yourself to discover them. And trust me on this one, storytelling and creativity can be trained as long as you do the work. I was an engineering student 6-7 years ago, and because the education I received, my creativity was dead at that time. If the brain is made out of iron gears, then what I felt was the gear are all rusted. So when it comes to creativity or making something, I just couldn't think. After I trained myself to pay more attention on my surroundings and stories, now I have a handful of stories that's quite personal to me. My point is, it's never too late to train your brain muscle and start collecting stories. Today I'm going to focus on sharing two places to give you an example on how to train yourself to discover story ideas. I hope it can give you some action steps on what to do when you can't find your stories. Number one, find the story in your daily life. I know this probably is going to be the first thing everyone would do. When we talk about stories, most of us would think about what happened to you or to your family and friends. That's a good start, but I definitely will ask myself this question. What are my biggest fears at this moment? Facing your own fear is one of the things you have to do in order to create a relatable story. Basically, what I'm trying to suggest is when you're looking for story at your surrounding, don't just look for those events that's exciting, shocking, and have a big twist in the end. Make a habit of asking yourself questions. How do you feel? What do you think? And what do you wish to change in order to have a better life? And those questions is going to make the story unique and relatable. Second, outside of your life, especially internet. Internet and social media is a great tool for me to collect ideas. A lot of people are sharing stories, ideas on the internet now. You can pay more attention on why they say what they say and why they do what they do. Sometimes they might hiding something. When they express something, they might try to mean something else. And those are all topics can make a great story. Ask yourself question. What the truth behind the story this person tell? Be curious about it, even you might overthink. But remember, overthinking makes great drama, no matter it's in film or in your daily life. I have a YouTube list called Inspiration List. It's basically a list of YouTube videos that have some moments or stories triggered me to think and make me want to dig into the topic more. I saw a video a couple days ago. It's from the Guinness World Records. They are giving out an award to the oldest living person on earth, which is 116 years old. When I watched this video, I was very curious how she did it. I was imagining she must have a really good personality and very optimistic.
Nani さん、これまでで一番楽しかったことは何ですか？
今が一番楽しい。おー。
Now. She said now. Maybe she's literally means now, which is the moment that people gave her a word and a gift and everybody likes her. But I can't help to overthink. I start thinking about, is that the answer to why she lives for so long? Maybe she thinks the happiest moment in her life is always now. How she get that idea? What have she been through? I start imagining a story of a Japanese girl who is naive and romantic, and she had to marry some rich guy when she was 19, and the marriage is not based on love. And maybe she had 3 kids, and maybe all those kids sacrificed their life to the war. Maybe at one point in her life she met someone and that person taught her to live in the moment. Who is that person? What's the relationship between them? You get the idea. Be curious and ask questions. Internet will be your great resource. And this is not just limited to social media. It could be news, blogs, documentaries and books. Basically anything, anywhere. Just be extra curious and ask yourself what's the behind the scene of anything you see. Let me give you another quick example. I saw a documentary on Netflix called Darwin, No Service Ahead. It's documented the people's life who live in a desert town called Darwin. And then there's a scene like that.
Whoops, I gotta answer the phone. Because he don't answer the phone. Hello? Bye. Assholes. We don't talk to them and they don't talk to us. They just call up and listen to our voice. I usually tell them go fly a kite or something nastier. That way they get the idea. We haven't talked to our kids in years, but that's okay. Beside the point.
You can basically ask yourself a lot of questions based on this. What happened to her and her children? What she believes? What her children believes? Why they are not talking to her? And what will happen if they actually showed up at this moment? You can make a great stories if you just start asking questions and imagining from here. And this documentary full of clips like this. Remember, there's always another story behind a story. This might raise the question about how to make the story unique and personal. In the next video, I will talk about how to transform the ideas you discovered to your unique personal story. Do you like this type of video? You can comment down below or DM me on Instagram to let me know what type of topic you want to see here on this channel. Stay creative and I will see you next week. Bye!